Hey everyone, and welcome back to Bath Faith. In the last episode, we saw how Grace had pretty much told Cersei what she saw Magna going to, which in turn caused Magna to get in trouble with a head sect, which in turn wanted to lead her to get punishment and be watched more closely. And pretty much everything's going bad for her right now. So we'll just see what the next day will have entail. She's finally asleep. Holy Amaris, how am I supposed to think about Magda now? First I see her sneaking outside, then last night Cersei warned me about her, and then this evening Eve told me she found some footage. Footage? And then after all that, Magda's diary. She forgot to put it away. She's usually so careful with it. Oh, footage, so they were. When I walked in, Magda scared me. She was hunched over in a small corner of the room, scrawling on the diary's pages like she was possessed. Never seen that side of Magda before. Yeah, because you're all repressing her feelings and she's angry. Oh gosh, even thinking about that still makes my heart hammer away like mad. But that diary, Magda was always the one turning the pages. She never lets me read it for myself. She skipped over certain sections. I got the feeling that she was choosing what I got to see. What's really inside that book? She's so secretive about her problems, always hiding herself from everyone, from me. Why would she not trust her best friend? A year ago I defended Magna in an assembly. By some miracle I encouraged everyone to spare her. I thought that with their help I could help her become a better person. But right now she's traveling a dangerous path again. Her curiosity really has been leading her down dark roads. Cersei said so last night. Eve suggested much of the same. So I'm the only one who can help her, who can save her. So I have to take this matter into my own hands. Quietly I crawled down the ladder of my bunk bed. When my feet touched the ground, I carefully positioned myself. I try not to set any foot on any creaky floorboards. Magda is not a heavy sleeper. I can't afford to wake her. Once I'm certain that I'm safe, I carefully made my way to Magda's diary. Left on the floor, she shoved it aside. I reached down and grabbed it. There it is. A little book filled with lots of secrets. There's no going back once I open this. I'll learn everything about Magda. The truth. What's really going on inside her head. Carefully I open it to a random page. What I see horrifies me. Magna wants Cersei to be. Magna wants to. Methods of torture. Scrawls and scribbles of contorted expressions, frightening instruments, and violent prose. Well, yes, someone's made to repress their feelings and was ostracized by a group of people. Of course, they're gonna think of very bad things to do. Blood and whatever everywhere. Oh, I don't know what that means. I can't think about these words and images for long. Drowning? Hanging? I need to quickly block them from my mind. I'll go insane if I think about them for long. I turn to another series of entries. They're all about Maria. Drawings of Maria. Writings about Maria. Thoughts of Maria. Maria. Oh. Magna kissing Maria. Magna holding Maria. Oh, okay. Intense and graphic fantasies about her body, her warmth, her kindness. How dare she fantasize about Maria? Desiring a sect head? Out of the question. That is entirely throwaway. Oh no. Lady Amaris. What should I do? The girl I defended, my friend, my best friend, I willingly protected a girl like this. A girl who was, all this time, completely insane. What now? I have to tell someone about this. Yes, I need to tell someone. This is an emergency. If I don't do anything, I'll put everyone at risk. Magna might get worse and her insanity might spread. To the R sect, to our dorm, maybe even to me. She ruined the haven for good. The community we worked so hard to protect. I have to stop this. I have to take responsibility for what I did, for not only putting my faith in her. I need to put an end to the mess I started. I'll take Magda's diary. I'll find Circe. I'll get her to tell Eve, and then, I'll ask Lady Amaris to hold an emergency assembly tomorrow morning. That's bad. It's another dream. Again, I'm frozen, unable to do anything. Again, the dream is about Nils. They're standing in the middle of a clearing. No one else is there. Their eyes glow with anticipation. They're searching for something in their surroundings. Again and again they look around. Once, twice, 3 times. The tension in their faces relax. They have had a sigh of relief. They run. They run to a place where the clouds loom over the world like an ancient canopy. A place where the sky is always black, aglow only with little pinpricks of starlight. A place where the clouds underneath their feet are unmatched by the majesty of the heavens above. Heavens they alone know. All that awaits here is a gate. Twisted, rusting iron gate. A gate that would groan loudly with the slightest provocation. A gate that will alert everything and everyone if it's even looked at wrong. Nils walks up to it. Generally, they raise their hand to its bars. The gate is open. By some miracle, no sound is made. Nils smirks. Everything seems to be going according to plan. Ha! I knew this would work. No one here would bother to guard this old thing after all. Why should I expect anything from the others at this point? All they do is lie around without a care, laughing at human misery, egging on stupid wars, forgetting why we even exist in the first place. They push the gate further. It remains eerily silent. The hand stops. At last, the gate's mid-opening is large enough for them to slip through. Right, this is it then. Time to go. Nils steps forward. They take a deep breath. For a moment, their eyebrows furrow. Their heads turn to the side, on the edge of a looking back. They pause like they're struggling with the thought. Like they might never see this place again. They wrench their gaze forward. Once more, they face the gate. They clench their fist. They dig their heels deep into the cirrus beneath. They steady themselves. They gaze down at what lies beyond the gate, below the lip of the clouds that they stand on. Once they jump off this cliff, their life will change. They will be branded a traitor, no matter the outcome. They will be shut out of the higher realm forever. I will not be risking this for humanity, to be honest. This is the point of no return. And yet they walked forward. They walked until their toes curled over the edge of their home. They grit their teeth, breathe inwards, mutter to themselves, barely audible. Go. Do it. With a final push, they leap, and let their body fall into the unknown. What? So you can't fly back into the sky? The dream seemed to have ended. Yet, I can't wake up. I can't leave, return to myself. The story must not be over. A dot of light appears. At first it's faint and small, a little star in the emptiness of the sky, of the night, but it grows larger and larger, brighter and brighter. Soon I'm bathed in blinding white light. I have to squeeze my eyes shut. All is silent. And then I hear the wind. My body shakes. Air lashes around me, shifting me to and fro. The world around me goes cold. Something changes. My eyes open. I gasp, and my heart jumps into my throat. I'm far up in the sky. The clouds are rushing past me. I'm falling closer and closer to Earth. I know I'm not actually here, and none of these sensations are real, but even so, the feelings are overwhelming. This dream is no projection. I notice a shadow hanging over me. I look up. Nils is soaring gracefully over the vast golden expanse of the sky. Large wings stretch out from their back, helping them glide through the air. I never knew Nils had wings like those. They're utterly beautiful, untouched, perhaps even divine. You remind me of a bird I once read about long ago, a tall, elegant bird with pure white feathers, one that no longer existed in the world I lived in, an egret. Nils' wings remind me of an egret. Their serene flight focuses my mind. I take in the world quickly shrinking in its expanse as I fall. The dangerous end awaits. I grow panicked and scared I'm going to die. But I'm in a dream. None of this is real. None of this is actually happening. I'm perfectly safe. Just asleep. If that's the case, I should be able to slow things down. Shouldn't I? So, I'll imagine myself as light as a feather from Nils' back. My descent slows. My body grows, gently rocks back and forth. My stomach calms down. I'm at peace. The sun begins to set in the west, setting the sky aflame in streaks of gold and pink. Nils is smiling to themselves. I'm not surprised. This is the sunset is seen from the view of the world below. I don't know what they're thinking. Maybe they're happy. Maybe they see this beauty as an omen of things to come. Together, the two of us drink in the beauty of the sky. Together, we descend to earth. We make a safe landing on a small island dense with woodland. I lean on a nearby tree. Nils folds their wings behind their back and starts investigating their surroundings. They bring a hand to their chin, deep in thought. Right, I think I can start my work here. If I recall correctly, there aren't many humans on this island. Good thing, too. It'll be easier for me to test out my methods on a smaller population. If I walk around for long enough, I should run into one of them eventually. Maybe even a couple if I'm lucky. Nils stretches, straightens their back, and takes a deep breath. They begin to make their way into the forest, pushing their way through the thickets of knotted leaves and branches. Curious, I follow them from behind. A small twinge of discomfort pricks my consciousness. The way they talked earlier somehow bothers me. It almost came across as detached. Perhaps even unable to understand the people they're trying to help. I didn't expect Nils to think I'm like a human being. But their words, their view of the world, their work, their expression, they're all cold and clinical, clipped and terse like a research study paper. Nils wanders further through the forest. Time passes. Their frustration grows. Their brow furrows more and more. As we walk, I look around. I find myself recognizing the trees growing here. Some berries I know and ripen in the bushes. Some notes of delicate birdsong in the air. Ones I'm certain I've heard before. My Nils keeps on changing direction and turning this way and that. I can't figure out why this place looks so familiar. They're muttering to themselves constantly. Ugh, why can't I find anything? Where are the humans? I swear my observations from above were accurate. If I don't find a human soon, it'll all be over. I've already been banished. And then for what? This will be a huge waste of time and their agonizing is cut short. They stop. Their eyes focus. A smile curls on their lips. Move into a small space behind them. Their gaze is locked on something in the distance. I look in the deep of the forest in the direction of which their head turned, to see what suddenly drew their attention. Oh? Huh? They're 2 members of the Haven? A small foraging group with tools and baskets at the ready. Okay, the Haven long existed before Zero came down. They're digging up some mushrooms from the forest floor. But I don't know their faces. I don't recognize them at all. So, they must be old members. In fact, they probably are. The cuts of their uniforms are different. Vintage. Styles that haven't been used in decades. Ah, it all makes sense now. No wonder this place felt familiar. I've lived here my whole life. Nils begins to move forward. They approach the 2 girls slowly and gracefully like they were approaching timid rabbits. It's obvious they don't want to come across as a threat. Greetings. My name is Nils. Nils bows slowly and deeply. Foragers flinch. They turn around and freeze. Both stare back wide-eyed. Intense silence follows. Yeah. One of the 2 girls let out a ghastly shriek. As quickly as they can, the 2 of them drop their foraging rewards and grab their equipment. In a few minutes, all that remains are their footprints smeared across the forest floor in a mad dash to escape. Nils stands still, completely puzzled. Are humans normally timid? Yeah. I wasn't expecting that sort of response. I, on the other hand, saw it coming a mile away. Nils chose to descend on the Haven, a settlement cut off from any and every form of danger. Anything new was a potential threat to our community. Why wouldn't we be afraid of Nils? Even though I was shocked when I first saw them. Deep in thought, Nils sits down. They rest their head on their hand. Contemplative, yet aware they have their work cut out for them. All is silent. Suddenly I hear a rustling from behind. I turn around. Oh. Another group of Haven girls approaches. Slowly they inch their way closer and closer towards Nils. Nils doesn't notice their presence. Sweat beads on my brows, and their palms are long, thin tubes, long, outdated models, but still a familiar sight. They're blow dart pipes, weapons we use to stun and immobilize intruders and traitors. That forager team. They must have warned the community about Nils. Nils, you need to go. If you don't, then the Haven will attack you. Run! Get out of here! Leave! Now! One of the members, the leader of the group, raises her hand. 3 fingers pointed upward in total silence. Her sharp gaze and high cheekbones are striking. I immediately recognize her, that girl with Lady Amorous. At her signal, the other members of the group bring the thin tubes to their lips. Quietly, Lady Amorous begins to count down. 3. I run to Nils. 2. I try to grab them by the shoulders. 1. My hands pass through them. I remember. I can't do anything for Nils. These events have already happened. Lady Amorous' hand drops down. Nils is pushed pincushioned by a cascade of rainbow darts. They gasp in pain. As the poison begins to seep into their body, they try to stand up. Once Maria told me that a dose from one dart could make a normal human unconscious after they took 7 steps. That the toxin we used, distilled from the juice of island berries, was meant to take out a person quickly and effectively. It cut any opportunity for harm mercifully short. Dang, they gave her a lot. 30 more darts pierce Nils along the length of her spine. Nils finally stands in full. They try to turn around to see who had just attacked them, but inevitably the toxin overwhelms them. They fall. With a soft thud, Nils crumples to the ground unconscious. My surroundings blur. They drip and streak across my view, paint bleeding with paint, all melting into a whirl of unintelligible color. And the world goes dark. Again. The rest of Nils' memories are fragmented, little shards of thoughts glinting in and out of the void, fading in and out of consciousness, and these shards are no longer myself. I'm not human anymore. I am Nils. I lay on a metal table paralyzed. In hazard wear and a mask, she is nearly unrecognizable. But Lady Amorous herself gazes over my body. My God. She probes my flesh with instruments, gives endless commands to the shapeless helpers that stand around her. This is necessary for our future. We need you. Only you can save us from the world. I lay half-conscious, weakly struggling. Her pleas are accompanied by a sharp stinging pain. I look down to my right. My upper arm has been sliced open. Her sacred hand lifts a thick surgical knife. Lady Amorous puts down the tool and brings some pins and a pair of tongs into view. My eyes widen. With those tools, she tacks the skin back. A violent shock runs down my spine. I lurch forward. The forceps run inwards and start to pull on muscle. It's too much. I pass out. I wake up. A dull ache throbs through my body. My chest cavity is held open by an instrument that I've never seen before. Lady Amorous is there again, holding a coil of my intestines. She points to a strange little organ that neither she nor I recognized. With a hum, she takes the surgical knife and cuts a slice. The sting of her blade makes my nerves scream. I bite my tongue so hard it splits. Blood trickles down my chin. Mechanically, Lady Amorous puts the slice in a tube filled with liquid. It's too much. I pass out. Oh God, this is like violent. I wake up. A searing pain burns through my spine. My body feels strangely light. I turn my head to the side. My wings, they're gone. All that's left on my back are 2 stumps, caked with warm blood. The ligaments, the bone, the feathers, All are neatly arranged on a empty table next to me, removed from my body. Lady Amorous is inspecting a clump of feathers. She's muttering to herself, saddened that tearing apart the pretty limbs was necessary for her work. Excited by the possibilities my wingless self presented, I want to puke. It's too much. I pass out. I wake up and pass out again and again and again. My hands and feet are detached and reattached. My chest is opened and shut. Now and then, portholes are installed into my abdomen. Needles are inserted, drawing out fluids. The beaks in my shoulder blades, my spine now house a set of new monstrous wire wings. They bind me, suspend me, attach me to a mysterious machine. I'm not sure what my body's being used for, but in half-lucid listening throughout checkups, maintenance, and regular procedures, snatches of conversation make their way to me. One says yet another needle snakes its way into a porthole to collect an organ sample. The young girls that carried out the task talked about their recent findings. Apparently they fed my fluid to some creatures. Said creatures seemed to resist any and all illness as they were exposed to. They'd never seen anything like it before. What's more, my fluid had no taste, no odor, and absolutely no side effects. A single drop was all that was required for it to work miracles. A little later, they talked about a grand meal they were planning. A celebratory dinner between Lady Amorous and all of the sect heads. I see, so all of them are older than they seem to be. The food will be rare, delicious, and special. It will be luscious. It will be anointed with the miracle substance in their needles, a substance from my body. It will be the first human trial of medicine that could protect their community forever. Other girls who refit and replace the wiring don't talk nearly as much as the fluid drawing team, but observing them gives me a sense of the purpose my wires serve. Each time a wire is unplugged for replacement, I feel slightly less tired. I can flex my arms slightly instead of merely twitching a few fingers. My feet can kick weakly versus aimlessly twirling in their sockets. Raising my head is no longer a titanic effort. The burst of energy always stops when a new wire is inserted. I grow weak once more, and I notice that the strip of light illuminating the room changes too. The more unplugged I am, the dimmer the lights get. Perhaps my body is serving other purposes, so her body is lighting up the whole. It's like electricity to the whole haven. Occasionally, Lady Amorous walks in to see me. She's always silent, always contemplative. As she stares at me, I look down to avoid her gaze. Her eyes always locked into my body, dissecting it visually, looking for what she can harvest next, what sacred flesh she can put to her use. She hungers to consume me. She's sick, depraved, monstrous, the type of human who pull anyone and anything apart if it intrigued her, the type of human to always use others for her gain, whether they knew it or not, the type of human who drove others to madness, to depravity. Though she looks for new parts to eat, new organs to harvest, new parts to maim, she can't have all of me. My mind is still free. She can't take it. But the longer I'm down here, the more my mind changes. Once I get out of here, I hope her people know what kind of things she did, what kind of things she uses, the punishment they'll give her for violating life, the liberation they'll give me. Once I get out of here, I'll leave forever. These humans don't deserve the help of a higher power. Once I get out of here, I'll do the humans here a favor and kill them all. They've lost what made them human to start with. They're just mindless, greedy vermin. If I ever get out of here, if I ever leave free to go, if I ever see another human, I'll tear them apart, limb to joint, the fat to heart, the eyes to hair, the bone to nerve, the tongue to muscle, the cell to limb to joint, to fat to heart, to eyes to hair, to nerve to muscle, to tongue to muscle, and it repeats over and over. Aha! Aha! Everyone was right. Humanity is doomed. I should have never left. Should have never come here. Should have never tried. I'm such an idiot. And now, I'm going to die here. Alone. Dang. It's morning. I rub my eyes gently. I push myself up off my mattress and swing my legs over to the side of my bed. I ready myself to stand up, but instead of getting up and getting ready, I sit there. My feet dangle passively above the floor. Why did Nils make me see that dream? Relive their past. They're still so strange to me. Yet if I thought was true, it is true. Did Lady Amorous really do all that? Our food, our health, our power, was it all from using Nils? Does Lady Amorous only use others? What kind of people does Lady Amorous not like? Who does she punish? Who's insane? Who gets taken away? Why did GL get? Why did I almost get? No, don't be stupid, Magda. The assemblies don't control us. Lady Amorous has seen insanity. She doesn't want to use us. She wants to save us. She wants what's best for us. For me. For everyone here. So that we don't go insane like the people outside. So that we stay safe and peaceful. So that we protect each other. I can trust her to know her insanity. Can I? Yes, I can trust Lady Amorous. I can trust the Haven. Once I nearly went insane. I was nearly taken for good. But everyone here forgave me. They gave me a second chance. I have to use that opportunity to prove that I'm better. To prove that I'm worthy of living in Lady Amorous's haven. To prove that insanity can be overcome. So, even if Nils' pain is real, even if Lady Amorous and the others shunned me, even if they're feeling their body be torn apart over and over again makes my skin crawl and my stomach twist into knots, I have to be good. I just have to ignore them. She's really brainwashed. Lady Amorous wanted the best for all of us. She bloodied her hands so that we, whole world, would never have to. I made a promise to Nils. I know I made one. This vivid dream, those violent thoughts. They tried to reach me several times, but I'm making a decision here and now. I can't visit them again. All those thoughts will keep coming. I have to be good. I've caused everyone enough trouble, and I'm going to be punished for it, although I still don't know how. I take a deep breath and stand up. Yeah, I will be good from now on. All of this was too much. I let myself slip. I can't be tempted into insanity again. Why did she write about that got her in trouble in the first place? That's what I want to know. As I move about my dorm, collecting my things to get ready, I notice that Grace has left her bed. Probably went out early to work on her project. I hope she gets it done soon. Or maybe I overslept. Yesterday was exhausting. Just to double check the time, I look at my alarm clock. Oh, it's 6:30 a.m. Thank goodness. It doesn't really bother me that Grace has left yet again, but I hope she's taking care of herself, with all her work nowadays. At any rate, I'll be seeing her tonight. As usual, I brush my teeth in the nearby bathroom and get dressed for the day. I smooth out my dress and tie my hair ribbons tight. Today I'm going to reinvent myself, start from square one. For that, I absolutely need to look my best. But I soon find my mind wandering to the next event of the day. I wonder what it'll be for breakfast. I go through a mental list of the most delicious things the Haven kitchens have to offer. Maybe it'll be corn muffins and butter, or warm croissants with a side helping of scrambled eggs, or if I'm lucky, Huh? Was that the assembly bell? No. No way. I must be hearing things. It's been too soon since the last assembly. It hasn't been a week. So there's no way. The bell rings again. My body freezes. Something bad must have happened. Something so bad that Lady Amorous and the sect heads had to intervene. A violent shudder runs through my body. Oh no. No. Please don't tell me that this is what Eve was. I take a deep breath to recenter myself. No, it's not. It can't be. Even though Lady Amorous and the other head sects respect Eve, I don't think they ever take her word alone for granted. Besides, I don't think she has any evidence. Right? Yeah, I should be safe. This assembly's probably about someone else. You are in denial. It's most definitely about you. I straighten my back and make my way out of the dorm. Anxious thoughts swarm my brain. I push forward, muttering to myself as I go. This isn't about me. This isn't about me. This isn't about me. Outside, I see some other members walk towards the assembly hall. They seem just as confused as I do, and I realize I'm not alone. That relieves me, if only a little. This isn't about me. Well, whatever happens within this assembly, this isn't about me. I'll have the Haven to fall back on. I'm still fed and clothed and seen as an essential member of the community. Even if most people don't like me, this isn't about me. Yeah, that's why I love this place. This isn't about me. In a world filled with insanity, this isn't about me. The Haven is a sanctuary. This isn't about me. I'm fortunate to have been born and raised here. This isn't about me. This is a privilege few have. This isn't about me. I'm happy that I live here. This isn't about me. Alright, so I'll end the episode here today. And so far we learned that what actually happened to Nils and how she was basically treated as a electricity source to power up the old haven and whatnot. And now this assembly is being called for Magda, and she's pretty much in denial about the whole thing, sadly, unfortunately. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Bye!